What is up YouTube, IDM here, and welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you guys how to SSH into your jailbroken device. This is incredibly powerful to be able to do this, and honestly, with jailbreaking nowadays, like, this is just something I would straight up recommend be like the first thing you absolutely do with your jailbroken iPhone is install Open SSH, so that way you can manipulate and do whatever you want essentially to your jailbroken phone from another device. Essentially, this is what it's going to allow you to do. You can do this from the Mac, which I'm going to show you guys in this video. You can even do it from the iPhone. So I can actually use this iPhone to control this iPhone over SSH. It's really quite amazing. I'll do a separate tutorial for that because it requires a couple other things. But you can control your iPhone from other devices. You can control it from an Android device, you can control it from your Windows computer, you can control it from Mac, so on and so forth. So the first thing you guys want to do is go into Cydia here, and you're going to want to install Open SSH. So just go ahead and search for Open SSH. This package right here, once it's done loading, go ahead and install that package. There are some dependencies that will install with it. So if you guys are doing this within Zebra, just take note that there are some dependencies, and Zebra's been weird about that, or any other package manager for that. Just make sure you have Open SSH, and if we go in here and we do recent, you can see this is basically everything that installed with it. So you got a few different things going on with Open SSH. Now once you've done that, you're good to go basically. So now we're going to hop onto the Mac, and I'm just going to open up the terminal application on the Mac. Now like I said, you can do this on Windows, another iPhone, various other devices, so it doesn't have to be just on Mac. I'll try to leave the Windows program in the description. I think it's called like Putty or something like that. I'll look it up on Google and put a link in the description for those of you that are on Windows. But what we're going to do now is we need to sign into this device through terminal. So to do this, we need to know the IP address of the iPhone. So to get that, we're going to go into Settings, and then we're going to go into Wi-Fi. We're going to click on the little I here. Now I'm going to have a lot of this blacked out so you guys can't see it, just because I don't want to show any of this, but you're mainly concerned about the IP address at the bottom here. That's what you need to use. Now everyone's is different, so when I type mine in, it's not going to be the same as yours. I mean, it could be, but it's probably different. So just look at your IP address, and that's how you log in to your iPhone. So now back on the Mac, what we're going to do is we're going to SSH into my iPhone. So we're just going to type SSH, and then we're going to do root, and it's at our IP address, just like you see it on screen now. So mine is 192.168.1.29. So that is my IP address. So we're going to SSH into the root of this device. And now we need to input the passcode. Now the passcode by default is ALPINE. Click enter, and that's all lowercase. And then you will know that you're logged into your device because it'll say your device's name in terminal. So we are in Jeremy's iPhone. Now the first thing you want to do once you have logged into your device is immediately change that default passcode. Because if you go to Starbucks and you have Open SSH, technically somebody else could log into your device and manipulate it because you still have a default passcode. So to do this, we're going to do PASSWD and click enter. And now it's asking us to put a new passcode in. So I'm going to create a new passcode. And then I'm also going to retype it. And then I'm also going to do it for mobile. So PASSWD space mobile. Click enter. So new password. Retype. And I have changed the passwords for this device to log in. So now nobody can log in unless they can figure out how to crack your passcode, which probably is not going to happen. So that's the first thing you guys need to make sure you do. I can't stress that enough, that you need to change that default passcode, because if you don't, you're giving anybody the ability to SSH into your iPhone, and that makes it incredibly vulnerable to other people or hackers. So make sure you change this passcode. But now that we are logged in, we can do some cool stuff. Now, I don't want to do too many commands and make this confusing. This is something that I'm going to expand on. That's why I'm making this tutorial, because there's some pretty crazy stuff you can do. You can restore your root file system and do some incredibly useful things for your jailbroken iPhone. But to be simple, I'm just going to perform a respring on this iPhone. Now, it is not connected to my computer. This is wirelessly being done, so keep that in mind. And I'm just going to restart the springboard, and to do that is SB reload. So SB reload, and boom, as you can see, I run that command and it did a respring on my iPhone. So you can also do things like putting it into safe mode, which is really cool. So if you guys ever encounter a problem with a tweak or something and it freezes your iPhone where the screen isn't responding or anything like that, technically you don't need to reboot it and come out of the jailbroken state. You can force it to go into safe mode as long as you have installed Open SSH and have another device that you can manipulate it on. So that, like I said, this is really powerful. So to do the safe mode, it is kill all -11 and then springboard. And I think the S and the B do have to be capital. I think this is case sensitive, but I'm pretty noobish to terminal commands. So if it's not, I'm sorry, but I just do it because, so kill all -11 springboard. And this is going to put my iPhone into safe mode. Click enter and boom, there you go. It is putting my iPhone into safe mode. We can slide to unlock. So now we are in safe mode and we could jump into Cydia and uninstall tweaks or, you know, whatever the issue might have been. But that can get you out of having a frozen iPhone, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a respring and take myself out of safe mode. So SB reload again, enter, do a respring, and it'll take us out of safe mode. So there you go. Those are just a couple of things that I wanted to show you guys that I thought was really, really cool. Like I said, I'm going to expand on this. So as I learn how to do other things, I will do videos on it, like restoring the root file system and crazy stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that you could set your nonce from terminal. You could set your nonce and then force your iPhone into recovery mode, and then you could use future restore to restore it. And doing that solely without touching anything on the iPhone, I don't know, I have to investigate all this stuff, but I think it's really, really interesting. I'm going to expand on it. So hopefully you guys thought that this video was useful. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.